some girl have to be exposed to young boys in the locker room. Even boys don't want to be around naked other naked boys. Imagine a girl having to be subjugated to this as a 16-year-old. As a young man, you know what go through young men's minds. So why would you think it's okay for a young man who's confused to be in a locker room with girls? I got a clip that I want to play. This young lady was at her high school board meeting. I think it was a school board meeting. It was a city council school board meeting. I think she was at the school board meeting, and she had given one of the most compelling statements from a 16-year-old girl that I've seen. And when I say compelling, it was a genuine approach to telling them that it's not fair that her teammates and her have to be subjugated to a boy in their locker rooms and competing in their sport. Like, it was genuine because, yes, she's not 100% the perfect orator. She doesn't have all her words together, and that's the uniqueness of it all. It's her innocence and the fact that she's going straight from the heart, just trying to convey to these people how she feel about what's going on. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna let it play. As a father, I don't understand how men aren't stepping up more in these situations. If my daughter was going to do this, even if I didn't speak, I would be standing right there next to her to be a support. And I would let everybody on this panel know that she got a dad. And if you mess up, you got to see me. You're gonna have to answer to me. I heard a young lady today tell me about something that happened in her daughter's school. Y'all have no idea. Like, I'm glad I didn't have daughters. You still got to watch and protect your sons. I'm glad I didn't have daughters because I couldn't handle somebody disrespecting my daughter like that. Because my daughter has to know that daddy will do anything for her. And you're always safe as long as I'm alive. I'm gonna put it all on the line for you to be safe. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you because they're gonna have to see your daddy. And depending on what they say or do, it may not work out well for them. You have to put it on the line as a dad for your daughter. Your daughter needs to know that I have a Superman as my dad. And any one of y'all hurt me, you got to see him, and you don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. Nobody want to see him angry. That's no way. I'd be standing right there like this. Let somebody make a face and my daughter's feelings are hurt. Y'all go ahead and get the police up here because this gonna be a bad day. And I'm not saying I would do any violence. I'm just saying I would look at them really sternly, really stern, out of eye contact, which would make half of these men melt like little marshmallows because they soft. Anyway, let me play the clip of this young lady. I think it was absolutely incredible what she said, and I don't understand how on God's green earth did we get here and how all these men sit up here and accept this. Roll the clip.
I'm a student at Martin Luther King High School, and I run on the cross-country team, so I'm constantly affected by these actions that have taken place this season, and I have been around the females and just my team in general who have felt almost silenced to speak out about it because the whole LGBTQ is shoved down our throats, it is put in our face, and we live in a society where it is almost impossible to speak out on it without facing the repercussions of it. And I went myself to have a discussion with the athletic director when nobody really felt comfortable enough to speak out, and I don't think it's fair, knowing Caitlin and knowing Taylor, to see their spots getting taken away, to see all these things being jeopardized for one person. It feels as though that my school and the school district is choosing to support one person instead of the whole team and the whole school as a total. Like, it's not fair. It's not okay. I try my best not to put personal beliefs into it, but seeing this first-handedly, seeing my teammates getting their spots taken for one person that's choosing to be a girl, It's not okay. I've done my research. I've looked into the CIF rules and I've looked into the NCAA rules, two completely different things. And when I went into this meeting with the athletic director, I knew that. I knew that going into it, that teachers and coaches and people in the office can't speak on personal opinion. And then to see the athletic director turn around and tell my teammates that their shirts that say "Save Girls Sports" be compared to a swastika, that is not okay. These girls feel silenced, they felt silenced, and when they finally spoke out and did something to go against it and speak out, not directed towards a single person at all, they were completely stabbed in the back by the person that we were told would support us and be able to help us through this. They were said that it was a hate crime, that they were targeting that one person, and that is not the case at all. Taylor and Caitlin are two of the most nice people I've ever met in my life, and to see them having to be told that they're being hateful people is not okay. And it is not okay that I have to be in a position where I'm going to practice and having to see a male in booty shorts and having to see that around me. As a 16-year-old girl, I don't find that as a safe environment. I don't at all. And going into locker room and seeing males in there, I don't find that safe. I don't find going to the bathroom safe when there's guys in there. It's not okay. I'm a 16-year-old girl. There's girls around me where we do not feel safe having boys in our environment. And it isn't okay. It isn't okay to have them on our team. It isn't okay when it's the genetics. It is not okay.
You go, girl. Maybe that's her daddy right there. Maybe that was her daddy right there. I saw that man hug her. That's probably her daddy. Because she do look mixed. But, yeah, shout out to him for being there to support his daughter. Y'all, I don't even know how we even got here. Let me tell you about the sale we got. 47% off for the Donnie. So we got the Donnie dance shirt for the signature Don dance. 47% off the entire store. Store-wide, 47% off. All you got to do is put in code THANKS47. THANKS47, you get 47% off the entire store. I had to tell you guys because I told you on Wednesday we're going to drop the Black Friday sale. It's going to go all the way through Cyber Monday. Maybe we'll do something a little different on Cyber Monday. All the merch you love, all the good stuff we have here that you see, 47% off. Go and shop now before it's too late. What kind of man thinks that it's okay that a boy go in a girl? Like, we all have been young men before, right? We all have been boys before. We all have had crushes on girls and all this other stuff when we were young. It ain't nothing new under the sun. My son probably think he can get things over on me. And I'm like, bro, I was probably worse than you were when I was your age. I was all in, and, I done seen stuff that I shouldn't see. Go and get the tape. Back when they had VHS tapes, we go up under the bed, get them tapes, and put it in there and be watching stuff we ain't supposed to watch. Y'all remember when TV used to turn off? And they had the BET after hours, or they have these after hours where they do this, they get naked on there and you watching the TV and try to turn the channel before your daddy walk upstairs. Up there acting a fool. I used to think my dad, I really thought that I had it down. I said, I'm going to put it on this channel and then put it on this channel. So all I have to do on the remote is push back, and then it'll take you back to the channel. And if I hear something, I'm just going to go back, and it won't take long. I'm back on the Discovery Channel. And then what I do is I go back, and then I switch the channel, right? So I go back and then switch the channel. So therefore, I went back. My dad come upstairs. I switched the channel. If he pushed back, he going to go back to the good channel. I thought I had it all mapped out. Man, my dad wasn't shocked by nothing I'm doing. My dad probably would have done the same thing if he had television and internet when he was my age. But as a young man, you know what go through young men's minds. So why would you think it's okay for a young man who's confused to be in a locker room with girls? What are you thinking? Why do you think young boys? I remember when I was young, I don't know, I got over this when I got to college because you had to get naked in front of other dudes. It's just the way it is, right? Unless you're going to be the only guy in the locker room with your towel on in the shower, right? So I got over it when I got to college, but when I was young, man, I didn't want nobody wanted to be naked in front of other people. You know what I'm saying? Even boys, like we were put the towel on, bro. When I was in high school when I was in middle school playing football, we used to go to the locker room, put the towel on. Everybody got their towel on. Nobody was naked in front of each other. Everybody, all the young boys was just so afraid of being naked in front of each other. Now you imagine some girl have to be exposed to young boys in the locker room. Even boys don't want to be around other naked boys. Imagine a girl having to be subjugated to this as a 16-year-old. Like there's no conscious articulated reality that makes any sense. I don't know how we got to this point in our country where people do this stuff and they think it's fine. They think they're morally helping a group of people because they're hurting other people. Bottom line, if you confused with your gender, then let's set aside a special place for that person to go shower and that person to go use the bathroom. Maybe the person can go in and out after the other people go in and out or something like that. But you can't change everybody's convenience for one person that's confused. They may not even want to be trans after this year. And then you made everybody do all this stuff and that person don't even want to be trans no more. How much you want to bet Leah Thomas is going to be doing something different later on? Leah Thomas ain't trying to be trans, man. Leah Thomas wanted to see Riley Gaines naked in the locker room. That's what Leah Thomas wanted. He willing to transgender to see her in the locker room. It's funny, but it ain't funny, man. That dude ain't trying to really be. He want to pull his thing out so the girls can look at it while they in the locker room just trying to change and shower after being in the pool all day. And the dude is attracted to women. I say this every time I talk about this. The dude is attracted to women. Like, so he transitions, but he's still attracted to women. The dude was dating and probably sexually involved with a woman at the time. There is no way, and I'm moving on, that a man, I don't even know how gay men work, but if you're a man and you're attracted to women, there is no circumstance on planet Earth that you should be in a locker room with women who get naked. There is no circumstance whatsoever. There is no resisting the temptation to look at women who are in the best shape of their lives naked in the locker room. The temptation is not, I don't care if Jesus Christ is standing next to a man. He going to be doing like this. Like my dad used to do in the movie theater. He used to cover our eyes and we'd be trying to look through his fingers. He used to cover and I'd be like, oh, I can still see it right there. Jesus of Nazareth would be in the locker room with a man and you see these women naked. That's gotta be. And Leah Thomas is in there looking at Riley Gaines now. And you think he ain't looking. He not getting the peep. He not trying to. And they said he was doing it when they were pulling their bra off. They said he was doing it. And some man somewhere that's drinking too much soy that got de-sacked at some point in his life is out here saying that makes total sense for that man to be in there. And if you girls don't like it, you should think about counseling, okay? The insanity is too much for me to bear.